I think that every person has an idea in their head of what their dream home is. So for us, it was big open space, clean lines, beautiful shapes, simple, timeless color palette. And then from there, you create the visual. Form follows function. That is my number one design rule. That's it. If it doesn't function, it doesn't matter how pretty it is.
The view, which, 100 and call it 90, 200-degree view from east to west, we really didn't want to have a home right up on us. So working with Zane, and I think I flew out twice to really figure out the orientation of the house on the lot. And we ended up just kind of settling right in the middle of it. And he was asking us what views we wanted, whether it's mountain or just one mountain in particular. We kind of wanted the whole span, which then led us to more of a ranch style spread out home versus, multiple levels.
You can see a lot from this lot, and so it's a really special piece of property. And I think that the home captures those views quite well. Each room really has a different view of a landscape that you can see, and that was done by design. So when you walk in, you get one view. You walk into a bedroom, you get another. You walk into the studio, you get another. It's a really unique lot with a really special home on it.
Coming to the mountains for me as a creative is getting quiet, centering myself, and that allows for creativity. There's no noise, you don't have all that city hustle and bustle, and I feel like I can do some of my best work up here, and that influenced also the design of the house.
Bart and Michele are incredible people. They were just so genuine to work with. They really, really were in the details like nothing I've ever experienced before working with clients. And it was the forefront of what they had their heart set on. And so seeing the creative side that Michele brought to the table, the detail-oriented side that Bart brought to the table, they really culminated all the greatest factors that clients can have together to be able to be fully engaged and bought in on the process.
They came to us with room sizes. They knew exactly what size rooms they wanted in the house, and then that kind of influenced the overall layout of the home. And we've never had a client do that before, but it really helped move the design quickly. And so we just kind of worked together to make sure that we were meeting all of their goals throughout the project.
Because they were involved so heavily, we kind of had to be on our A game at every turn, and we knew that they expected a really elevated product from us. So every time they asked for something, we knew we needed to deliver something really unique and special in order to have this final product in the end.
From the very beginning, we're starting with little boxes, and then every week it became something more. And Zane was amazing at leading that process. Or really, we couldn't have asked for anything better.
The style of this home is definitely a combination of mountain modern and Scandinavian, or Scandinavian farmhouse even. It was a really unique, fun home, especially in Summit County.
It is truly one of the more sustainable designs. From building a home that lasts 100 years and how do you build it the best way? Well, they did it with a very low maintenance product with standing seam roofing that wraps from the roof down the walls, and it's very good for air sealing, for water sealing, for penetrations, for bugs, moisture. And incorporating a detail like that into a county that primarily has lots of log homes, timber homes, and traditional mountain cabins, it was incredible being a part of something so unique.
We wanted to develop a space that didn't have useless space. Meaning sometimes, although beautiful, staircases, right? You have the floating shelves, but it's kind of useless underneath there. So we wanted to also develop a very mover-friendly, space-friendly home.
There is a creative flow through the home. The home pulls you through it. It really wants you to go into the next space, whether it's the hidden door element or a long glassy hallway that leads you to the end of it just to see what's there. There's a lot of really unique elements in this home that do push that flow throughout the entire home.
What's important to us now becomes lifestyle. It's not just a visual. It's, I need a great art studio. Open space for entertaining. We love to throw parties and then have guests. How do you create a space where people come into your home for extended periods of time and not feel like they're in your space?
So I kind of acted as a interpreter between Michelle's creativity and Bart's more detail-oriented mindset. So for this home, all of the gable elements are all steel, like metal steel frames, and that structure was really interesting to be able to get it to work with the amount of windows and the glass we had throughout the whole home.
The windows were really hard building this house. They are about as big as you can possibly make them to work with the architectural design, and making sure that the design that Michele and Bart wanted of floor to ceiling windows, big expansive glass, big openings to see the views, making sure that that was a staple of importance to them, and also making sure we hit it with how do you build the house so it stands the test of time, it lasts 100 years, and it's structurally sound. You know, it was a super hard challenge up here, and I think we worked together really well with the clients and with the window supplier and the trades to be able to kind of nail that detail.
I love the hallway and the stairway design. They wanted a more grand staircase, but with the two-story aspect of this home, it was hard to give them that grand staircase, and I think we did an amazing job giving them that feel with the amount of windows and how the windows kind of cascade down the stairs as well.
I feel like we designed that glass bridge for that light fixture. Because I said to Bart, I want that light fixture. So that at night, when it's on, you can see it outside of the house. And then it'll be a fun project for us to draw doodles, write love notes, find love notes, and it kind of encapsulates the story of house built.
Favorite space? I would have to say the living room, where you're standing with those in front of those 3 windows, the floor to ceiling windows. As the sun's coming up, it's peaceful, it's gorgeous. And just to feel very blessed that I was able to build this passion project with Michele and experience it with her.
I'm so grateful that we finished it, and we finished it quick, and we finished it really well, with all the details and all the quality culminating together to be able to hand off the keys and to walk away knowing like, man, you guys have an incredible house. It's built well, lasts 100 years, and will just sustain your guys' family for years to come. It was like nothing I can explain, the best blessing out there.
Working with Pinnacle was a wonderful experience. I feel like every stage was superior. It was wonderful.
It's a 5-year passion project. So I think just coming to fruition was quite phenomenal.